Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We are here talking about the total lunar eclipse, which is a full moon in the sign of Virgo, happening on the 13th or 14th of March 2025, depending on where you are in the world. If you are on the Pacific coast of North America, Pacific time zone, this is going to happen for you at 11:54 p.m. at the height on the 13th, and everywhere else it's going to be on the 14th. Okay. So the majority of people are going to see this on the 14th. But it is a total lunar eclipse. So it is a big deal. And what do eclipses bring? Well, first, we've got the energy of a full moon. So full moons can be the end of a cycle. It can be a karmic cycle. It can just be a cycle in your life. Full moons can, have us reaping what we've sown, so we can get rewards. We can get things that manifest in our lives. We can get new insights to things at a full moon because it does tend to be a little bit more spiritual. Emotions are heightened, and sometimes this can bring some heightened awareness for us as well. And we are in Pisces season also. Yes, the full moon is in Virgo, but we are in Pisces season up to the 20th of March. So this can certainly be where we do have those heightened insights. We get some spiritual awakenings going on. Pay attention to your dreams because you could have some very interesting ones at this time. But full moons are really good for healing as well, and of course, letting things go. Virgo energy, right? The full moon, we've got the influence of Virgo. And Virgo is a very down-to-earth energy. The ruler is Mercury, who is going retrograde. So we do have that going on as well. We've got two retrogrades, okay, happening at the same time as this full moon. But we do have the Virgo energy, which rules the 6th house. Your 6th house is all about your health, happiness, well-being on all levels. Okay, your spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Virgo is very connected with your gut health. So some of you may be really kind of assessing your eating habits. Maybe there's no other goal other than, eating healthier, right? Maybe you've been eating too many processed foods, too much fast food, instant food that we get from the grocery store. And, maybe you're going to look at eating more whole foods, more vegetables, or more home cooked foods, right? And you'll probably see a really big difference in your energy level, in your digestive system, things like that, right? So it can be really helpful. And of course, one of the side effects is maybe you've got more energy and, maybe you would lose a little bit of weight, but the main goal might be just to eat healthier a little bit, whole foods kind of thing. So that can come up with Virgo energy. Some of you may be looking to ditch some sedentary lifestyle. You want to get a little bit more fit. So you might start an exercise regime. Maybe you start a spiritual practice or get back into practicing, your spiritual self there. Do some more meditation, whatever that looks like to you. Some of you, of course, the 6th house is being of service to others, helping people out a little bit. And it is associated with pets as well. So some of you are going to get a pet. Perhaps if you've had one that's crossed the rainbow bridge, your heart is opening up for a new one. Or perhaps, unfortunately, some of you might, need to let one of your little fur babies go, unfortunately. But there's a healing element that comes here as well. And maybe it's because it's, time, right? Sometimes that's just the way you have to make those difficult decisions. But if you are in a position where maybe you're not quite ready to have a pet, maybe you give back to your community in some way. Maybe you volunteer as a dog walker at your local animal shelter or something. And this can help out pets in need, right? Even if you can't have one yourself. So the 6th house can certainly bring this big healing element. Some of you could be, have a job change in line for you, in store for you, if you're not happy where you are, you're not getting paid what you're worth. Venus retrograde has us thinking about that, thinking about your worth, your value, how you make your money, what resources are available to you, how you create a better circumstance for yourself. So Venus retrograde can be very helpful in that because we are in this reflecting mode, right? That's one of the important things to remember about this lunar eclipse. It is about reflection. Two retrogrades get a bad rap, and sometimes rightfully so, but we need to remember the words when it comes to retrogrades. They slow us down a little bit. They have us taking a step back. We reassess, reevaluate, regroup, refocus, renew, and sometimes even revive. We can get something that comes back around again for us, or maybe someone, if that's in the cards for you. It can be fated events. It can be unexpected surprises, especially where eclipses are involved. Okay. And those retrogrades on top of that. So it's like layers on layers of, I don't know what's happening, but something is shifting for me. So just keep your eyes open for that. But with the 6th house, Virgo energy, really focusing on your daily patterns, habits, routines. Where do you work? Do you drive long distances? Do you want to work from home? Are you leaving a career behind because maybe you've hit the proverbial glass ceiling, or it just doesn't do it for you anymore? It doesn't give you any kind of satisfaction anymore. You might be considering a job change there for yourself as well. So you might be starting to put the feelers out, okay, with that. One of the things that can happen with eclipses is we do tend to feel ungrounded and a little bit carried away. So like I said, I can't really express this enough. Let's take a step back. Okay, reflect, refocus, reassess something, evaluate something, ask some questions, okay? Because retrograde energies on top of eclipses can have us being really impulsive. Emotions can run high, conversations get out of control, opportunity, if we want to call it that, for miscommunication is very rampant at this time as well, especially once Mercury goes retrograde also in Aries on the 14th, same day as the eclipse. Okay, so it's like, big shocking, could be a shocking announcement, whether it's something close to home for you, or it could be something out in the world, right? Can come out there as well. So it's going to be important to keep your wits about you, connect with your heart, think before you speak, sleep on something instead of being impulsive, and of course, really connect with your heart, connect with your spirit, connect with your spiritual practice, do a little soul searching. Virgo is very connected with soul searching, okay? Because eclipses are a wild card, right? Wild card energy, shocks, surprises, fated events, and all of that. And so sometimes we just can't see something coming. And there is a huge energy of endings with this eclipse. Okay, not just because it's a full moon, which can bring endings anyway, but also this is happening at 23 degrees and 57 minutes. And when we have an eclipse there, we round up to 24 degrees. And if you follow degree astrology at all, 24th degree is Pisces degree, which is the last sign of the zodiac. And so this can bring some powerful endings before we head into our brand new astrological new year. So whether it's, again, that it can be really supportive if you're trying to break a habit, right? We'll say that right now. Or if you're trying to leave something behind, that some baggage that you've been carrying with you, or maybe some relationships, friendships, romantic relationships that you've been trying to shake for a while, or you just know haven't been healthy for you, right? This can be where we just make that final decision. We're like, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I can't do this anymore. But whatever your situation is, just remember that there can be some very heightened emotions at this eclipse, at this full moon, okay? One word to note, Saturn is tightly conjunct the sun at this lunation, and the sun, of course, is in opposition to the moon when we've got a full moon, and so this can be a big reality check. Saturn, of course, is the planet that likes us to set goals, get down to reality, likes to teach us life lessons, of course, and can really say, because Saturn is a heavy energy, and it can really say, hey, time to make a plan. Stop it with this wishy-washy Pisces energy, right? Get a plan in place. You want to have a dream? What are you dreaming about? Your imagination is a wonderful thing, but we don't want to live in fantasy. We want to come into reality. So how can you turn your dreams into reality? What's stopping you? What is opposing you, right? The sun wants to go forward, and the moon, right, in Virgo, South Node energy is holding you back. So where is your breakthrough? Because one is at hand, okay? And Saturn is actually helping you to do that by putting something down on paper. What are you dreaming of? Put it on paper. What is your first step? you don't always need to look past the first step, because the first step is helping us to get our toe out of our comfort zone. And then it's like, oh, nothing bad happened. Okay, I'll take another step. And I'll take another step, and I'll take another step, and eventually we snowball. So this can really be a very helpful energy for you to get your dreams into reality. But we do have to put some goals down, or we do have to, put a little bit of a framework together to give us a sense of direction. Okay, it can always be changed, can always be adjusted. Okay, but we've got to start somewhere. And if we don't take that first step, we'll forever be right where we are. And that's not always fulfilling on whatever level for us. We're meant to go forward. We're not meant to stay in a comfort zone. Humanity did not evolve by staying in a comfort zone. Okay, so it's time to just do a little bit of something there. Even if it's something that you always wanted to try, some wild, audacious dream that you always wanted to do. I always wanted to go ziplining, or I always wanted to do bungee jumping, or I always wanted to travel, to wherever. What's stopping you, right? Time to put that dream into motion. Will it all come to fruition tomorrow? Probably not. Okay, but you can at least get started. All right. Big reminder there for that moon. Okay. So where will we see this eclipse? Well, it depends. It actually has a huge path of potential visibility. Of course, depends on your weather. Let's see. It's and don't forget, the path of totality for an eclipse does tend to be where we get news. Okay, it can be some interesting news. It can be some surprising news, some shocking news. It can be something, joyous, right? We just never know. But the path of totality, we've got all of North America, the western half of South America, partially visible in the UK, parts of Europe, parts of Africa, and Australia. So we do have a lot of people that can potentially really see this eclipse. It is also called a blood moon eclipse, so it could be really interesting to watch. Anyway, that is the energy update that I have for you guys for your eclipses. And so we're going to get into your sign and pull some cards for you. Again, timestamp down below. If you're watching the long video, all of the signs are on this one video. If you're just watching your single video, because I'm breaking them up a little bit, just helps people find them a little bit easier, then I'll put the links to the other videos down below as well, so you can just click around. And again, make sure you watch your sun, moon, and rising, your big three, but also watch your Venus sign, because Venus is, of course, playing a key role in this eclipse as well. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck in this eclipse energy, and let's get started. Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your lunar eclipse in Virgo reading. You are experiencing this in your 8th astrological house. So Pluto is very much at play for you guys. Your 8th house is births, deaths, beginnings, endings, transformation, mysteries, inheritances, loans, taxes, shared finances, the occult, things that are hidden. So we got like a little bit of a mixed bag for you, but at the forefront, change and transformation. Okay. Something's coming to an end. A new beginning is on the horizon. Something may be coming to fruition for you, but there's something here that is shifting for you. All right. You might be paying off a loan, getting some financial freedom. Some of you could be wanting to take out a loan because maybe there's something that you really want to buy that gives you a little bit more stability for your future. You may need to deal with something in some money or resources that you share with another person. 8th house can be other people's money. Okay, you might share in their money. It can be, a loan, a mortgage, those kind of things. It can be business partnerships in there. It can be romantic partnerships, right? But all of these things have an effect on the money, the resources, and the assets that you do share with other people. But you may be at odds with someone here as well, because the sun is in your 2nd house. And your 2nd house is all about your income, right? Your income, your money, how you make it, how you spend it, your personal money, your resources that are available for you. So it may be that there's certainly something changing. There might be something that you don't see coming. The 8th house can be a mystery, so it can be a surprise. Okay. It can be a bill that comes due all of a sudden that you forgot about, or you didn't even know about. This can be a positive surprise for you. It does have to do with taxes. So, maybe you get your taxes done early, or maybe you get a tax return. But by the same token, you can end up having to pay some money in taxes, right? So we got a little bit of a mixed bag when it does come in with this stuff. So really focus on your finances, okay, around this lunation. But I do feel here though, because Pluto can bring some interesting things when it comes to your money, your investments, okay? Sudden unexpected changes may occur. If you have your money invested somewhere, all right, if you play the stock market, maybe you've got like some higher risk investments, you just might want to double check and make sure that there's stability there, that they're secure, because there could be some turbulence out there in the money investing world. It could benefit you or it could hurt you. All right. All your situations are just a little bit different. So just be a little bit aware of that volatile energy in March. And it can be like get rich quick or lose your shirt. Okay. So just really pay attention to that though. But change and transformation, some of you could potentially have an inheritance coming your way. We can inherit, a lot more than just money. You can inherit gifts, a home, heirlooms, talents, advice, things like that. Maybe you have a parent that might co-sign a loan for you if you need that. Okay, but again, you could also be paying something off here and having some financial freedom for your future. So that can be really wonderful for you as well. We have resilience here as your moon card. Okay, some of you have been feeling as though you have some sort of monkey on your back, a financial burden perhaps, or the burden of having all the responsibility with your money and making all your money. So if you do share any money with another person, you live with a significant other, you share the bills, is it equal or is it not? What does balanced and fair mean to you? It might be that you need to revisit how you have your bills split up based on your incomes, because something may have changed. Okay. The resilience energy does show that no matter what curveballs life tosses your way, you have the ability to catch it. Okay. You take on responsibility. You always move forward. You don't let life keep you down, and you're really encouraged to keep on doing that. But you do need to have a look and see what burdens are you carrying that aren't yours. Okay. Something can crop up out of the blue here with this, especially with your money. Have you ever co-signed a loan for somebody? All right. If they default on it, if you co-sign a loan for someone and they default on it, the debt is yours. So just be very aware of that, especially if anyone is trying to convince you to sign something. Okay. Just make sure that you know what you're getting into. Eclipses and retrogrades is not always the best time to enter into contracts or financial arrangements. Okay. So whatever it is, make sure that you do take those steps to protect your assets. Okay. But resilience is card number 21, a cycle coming to an end. Hallelujah. You could be feeling a huge sigh of relief in some way at this moon. Even if like a bill crops up, like you got to pay this thing now, at least when you pay it, it's done and it's not going to come back and haunt you later. All right. We have mental health here. Okay. This is your sun card 16. Okay. Your mental health. All right, now we've got resilience and mental health. Have you been working too hard? Do you have too much responsibility? Where have you been giving too much of yourself and your energy to other people? Time to make a change. Focus on you, self-love, self-care. Focus on your own mental health, your health, happiness, and well-being. Okay, is first and foremost, and it's got to be. Okay, Aquarius, you are a wonderful sign. You're always there helping and guiding and leading other people. A lot of you are light workers. A lot of you are meant to help others in this lifetime, but you got to have the boundary. Okay. You got to have the boundary. You have to know when to say no. You have to know when to prioritize yourself first, because if you don't prioritize yourself first and take care of your own energy, you got nothing left to give anyone else. All right. So replenish, refocus, regroup, and renew. Take a step back, put up boundaries, okay? And this will be really good for you for your health, happiness, and well-being. And no, it's not a negative thing to say no to people every once in a while. Okay, remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't owe people long, lengthy explanations. All right. Your fortune. If one day you achieve self-control and return to what is right, the world will acknowledge you as a person at his or her best. Being the best must come from you yourself. One cannot acquire it from others. Look at nothing that is contrary to what is right. Listen to nothing contrary to what is right. Speak nothing contrary to what is right, and do nothing contrary to what is right. You will then be a person at his or her best. Do what is right for you, and then what is right for others will follow. All right? Remember, put yourself first. It is not selfish to put your own health, happiness, and well-being first. Take care of you, and then you'll have the energy to take care of others. Leave that there for you, Aquarius. Good luck in this lunation, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.